Alright, hold on. Let me just get the link out to my people, and then we'll go from there. Why did the music stop? What the? Alright, so I think I got... Gonna turn it up a little bit, probably. Let's get the links out, and then we'll get started here. Just hang out. Give me a minute here. Why? Stupid. Just one more spot. Yes, that's correct. All right, everything's out there. All right. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. How y'all doing this Friday evening? So, very interesting scenario, or I guess situation that's Bitcoin's been in over the last couple days or day. I definitely wasn't expecting it, but at the same time, I was at least able to attempt to short, and it ended up working well in my favor. Can't speak for everyone out there. Hopefully, you guys are in the Discord. Hopefully, you guys were able to at least attempt to short that. So I think after I posted that setup I was gonna take, you might have had maybe a couple minutes to get into it. Let's go over that setup here. Actually, let's pull it up here. So yesterday I posted this in the Discord as kind of just like a idea that I was looking at just in case. Originally I was just gonna take this as a small potential scalp. I was only able to approach the position with half risk, so it wasn't, you know, an ideal trade for me, but I still decided it was a good opportunity, so I decided to take it, or I decided to take it, and that was this setup here. This ABC short. I wasn't expecting it to drop. I was kind of hoping for at least another pullback for a little bit of a larger continuation. Let me show you what that looks like. So I was kind of hoping for something like this at least, because we did touch that area of resistance up at about that like 43, 42 level. I was hoping to get closer to the 0.5 to 0.441 region. but I was aware that this entire area could have been a resistance going into it. That, and I think also as well, this high, yeah, this high was also a factor. And once we kind of got up and got rejected and immediately started dumping, was on the fence about what I was going to do, but the two things I did was I was able to take a head short. Well, it's not really head short, it's more of another short opportunity in my opinion. I did I'm in my macro shorts, and no, those are still working out. I'm still holding those, but on another sub account, I decided to, you know, just play a little bit, see if I can get a little action out of it, and it ended up working out really well. And I'm also still long from this level here, and this was probably the biggest thing I had to think about yesterday. Was the two scenarios I had in my head was either Bitcoin was going to originally have a pullback in some sort of way, depending on where it wanted to find support, and it was have another continuation higher. So I wasn't dead set on entirely taking profit at the top here, but as prices were kind of developing and kind of crashing here, I didn't have much time to really think about it. And in my head, you know, I've seen it happen before. Like in this scenario here, you know, it was a little bit more messy than what we recently just went through, but kind of the same thing. You know, in this kind of structure, you wanted to see a little bit more of a healthier pullback for continuation, but this sideways action, to me, it was worth taking because it's just how much it was fighting that area. So the other idea I had in my head was that this was going to be a top, and as prices continue to hang below the original A of the larger structure that I pointed out here the other day, the more likely it is that we're probably going to continue downwards, in my opinion. If that's not the case, and it very well may be, as long as we're above this A level, you know, price can still redeem itself. It can still, it's going to be messy. I'm not going to lie, it'll probably be messy, but the odds of prices getting all the way back up here are less probable, in my opinion. So I decided to take half profit on my longs, and it wasn't the ideal take profit. If I remember correctly, it was off of this bounce. Like I said, not the ideal scenario where I wanted to take profit, but just the way things were shaping up, it's just like, you know, I just want to take some off the table just in case. And fortunate for me, it did end up working out, but we'll see what happens from here. You know, as I just said previously, as long as price is above this bigger A, there's still a probability that prices can continue higher, but just in my opinion, it just doesn't look ideal. And the other position, I did not short ETH, and the structure was way clearer on ETH in my opinion, and I was just too focused on BTC. And you know, it happens. Unfortunately, I didn't get the setup. I'm not upset about it. At least I was able to take some money off the table, and kind of the same thing I kind of took it around this region, just half profit. So I'm still sitting in my longs, but I'm also sitting in a short in BTC. Ideally, I should have been looking for ETH primarily, but we didn't know what was going to happen. So that's basically all the updates that I'm going through. I'm just going to go over ETH quick. You know, ETH is in a very similar scenario. I wanted to highlight this on BTC as well, so let me do that before I continue on to ETH, because the same idea is going to apply. So if price does fail to hold that 39 to 31 region, or the most likely scenario, in my opinion, is going to be this ABC here, which I am planning on taking some sort of long off of, whether it's going to be a hedge or more macro position. I'm leaning more on the side of kind of just using it as a hedge, or another hedge against a short, or just a smaller play in general. I know I'm not planning on going balls to the wall on this long setup, but it's there. So the only other level that I'm looking to hold or looking for a bounce off of is the 38.5 level. And if that doesn't hold, which brings me to the title of this video or this live stream, there is nothing that I'm looking for significantly until we get below 33.1. So let me just highlight that for you guys here. And besides that, there's, you know, yes, there is local lows. You know, there's a local low at 34,324. And obviously something can happen to where you have an A, B to a C, where the C leg forms some sort of smaller structure in between, and that could be used as a possible bounce or a rebound region. But until that happens, those are the key areas I'm looking for. If 38.5 doesn't hold, the next I'm not going to be even considering taking any position, any serious position, until we get to 33.213 or to 33.210 area. So same thing goes with ETH. You know, if price doesn't hold, it's a little bit different, but the structure for me, it's still this ABC here. All right, and the only significant level I'm looking to take a long off of ETH, if, you know, 28.88 doesn't hold, is going to be the 21.61 level. And the same thing could happen. You never know. This could be some sort of an A to a B to a C, and then most likely, usually what happens is off these bigger macro moves is you have some sort of smaller ABC to go off of, playing into the bigger structure. So as of right now, those are the levels I'm looking for. Let me just mark that out for you guys. And that's gonna be the, where is it? That's gonna be the main focus point of what my idea is and what I'm thinking about and what my thought process and basically my plan. So let's see. Robots, what's up, Johnny? Sorry I'm late. You called me in the shower. Bad timing. But I'm glad you're here, man. Glad you stopped by. I appreciate you. How's your Friday night going? How you doing? All right, so now I'm going to open up the floor to you guys. So if you guys have any questions for me, anything you want me to look at, I'll be glad to do it for you. There's a hole in my sock. That's a shame. You guys, also give you guys another update on the account. I do this every time. The phone version is so much easier. So let's see. So like I said, I took half profits on my long, so it's, you know, it's a very small position. I'm up $118 on the Bitcoin short that I'm holding, and I'm probably gonna hold on to this, just my opinion. And it's just another good position that I want to hold, and until things change, I think I'm in a good spot. There's no reason to let go of it. So that's just, you know, my idea, my thought process. So what I just do? Oh, I hit the turn off the volume on my end. I thought I hit something serious. Just giving you guys a total. 794. Switch account. All right, I'm getting used to this. I'm getting used to this. Plus 473. All right. Account sitting at about almost $1,300, which I'm happy with. At this point, I think I'm just gonna roll with this. I'm almost at triple what I started. I started with 500 bucks. Now we're sitting on almost 15. I did have other money I was gonna put into this, but at this rate, I might as well just roll with it to see what I could turn 500 bucks into. But we'll see. Let's see, grinder week, but good, but doing good now. Can you talk me through how to get alarms to work better on my phone off of Tradingview? Okay, good question. So, let me tell you how I do it. Now, if you're using primarily a phone, it's gonna be a little tough because unless you have it in your hands or in view, at least to where you can see the notifications pop up, it's gonna be hard to catch it. My best tip for you is, I don't know if you have, regardless, I mean, if you have an Android, this works as well. But as I talked about in my One Alerts video, is get yourself some sort of smartwatch. And I'll show you how it works. I'll give you a little tutorial here. So for example, you know, let's say I want to set an alert. Oh. Hold on. I'm sorry if you guys, I hope that wasn't too loud. Let me turn the sound off. Okay. So I'm gonna move that. See if I can get it to go off again. So let me show you, let me grab my phone. All right, see if it'll go off. Come on, price. Okay, so I just got the alert on my phone, and at the same time, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me move. I got an alert. It's this Tradingview with the alert that I set for it. So how you do that is go into, you can do this on your phone. I'll show you how to do it on the phone, but I'll show you how to do it on the computer first. So click on, if you're on the screen here, on the right side where the numeric values are on the price, if you zoom in on the chart, you're gonna see a little plus sign. All right, click that, click add alert. Why? Oh, it immediately triggered. But if you do this at a certain level, you can also right click. This is what I like to do too. It might be a little easier if you're on a computer. Right click, hit add alert for the whatever value that it's at. This menu is gonna pop up, and make sure notify on app is on. All right. So it's gonna tell you to install. It gives you the steps here. I mean, and also allow notifications on your phone to go off. If you need help doing that, I can show you how to do that too. But it's pretty straightforward. But just make sure when you set an alert, make sure you have notify on app on. Usually I have this play sound selection on as well. But if you can't do that, or let's say you're not hooked up to speakers, you really don't need it. You can get alerts via the app. All right. So that's on the. See, I just got it again. So that's on the website. Let me show you how to do it on the phone. So I'm gonna see how I'm gonna do this. All right. Oh, you can actually see the screen decently. Okay. So what you're gonna do is same thing. If you hold your phone down and you go up and down, you can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but on this side, the numeric values change. All right, and if you let go, it'll stay. But until you tap it somewhere else, it won't change. So you line up your alerts. Now with the phone, it's kind of hard to be exact. So what I do is I'll hit the plus sign. All right, it's going to give you an option here. So I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can get it to focus. All right, so basically there's going to be a top selection where it says add alert for ETH USD. All right, you're going to click that, and it's going to set off some sort of alarm. Now how you go to edit it is go to the 3 dotted lines on the bottom right hand side above where it says menu. All right, hit that, go to alert management, which is gonna be a little picture of a clock, which is on the right side of the menu. Second, well, technically it's below financials, above object tree. Click that. All right, it's gonna give you a log here. All right, go to find the alert that you activated. All right, and it's gonna bring up this menu. Hit edit. I'll show you again. So I turned the phone away as I was doing it. So when you click on it, you're gonna get to this menu. All right, once you get to this menu, hit edit. And before it wouldn't allow you to do this, but just make sure you can actually set alerts with sound on your phone now. So before I go to bed, I have my monitors, or I have my Tradingview up, make sure my sound's set up properly, it's not too loud, I have the volume at a good volume, and I can just set the alerts on my phone. I don't have to do it on my computer anymore. So once you get to this screen, all right, you're gonna see more notifications. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. And it's the same menu is gonna pop up as what you saw on the computer screen. Once you do that, go to let's see, you can select sound if you want. There's the option there, but make sure push notifications is on. All right, if push notifications is on, you hit save, and then the line should be there, or the alert. You can check your alert log as well. But that's how I stay on top of it. And what I'll do is, let's say there's a certain setup I'm waiting on. Now, because I have the watch, you can also set timers or how active the alert goes off. So for example, I'll go to like a 1 minute, and I'll set alert at a certain level. So let's say I want to set it at 30.90.71. Let's say I want to take a short off of that. I'll set the alert, and then in the menu where you get to adjust the values and adjust the alert in general, I will change it to either every time, or if you're on high Kanashi, at alert, I will go once per bar, or you can do once per minute. Once per minute works across any time frame. So if you're let's say on an hourly, and let's say the alert goes off, it'll send you an alert every minute. For me, I'll just do once per bar, once per minute, depending on what time frame. Mostly I just stick to once per minute if it's something I'm really anticipating, or if it's some, if I'm away from my computer, or if I'm like outside where I don't have easy access, but I do have my phone on me. But yeah, that's gonna be how you do it. Just make sure notify on app is on, and make sure your notifications are on for Tradingview on your phone. And by default, your watch should be able to get alerts. So hopefully that answered your question, Rob. If you need any more help with that, just let me know. I'll help you set it up. But there's been a lot of times where that has saved my ass, or that has allowed me to not miss out on any opportunities. Because even when I'm out and about, doing everyday real life stuff, if I'm out driving, or if I'm out, even like if I'm out with friends or doing my thing, I rarely miss out on opportunities, or at least I don't know what's I just at times where I really don't know what's going on, at the very least. So hopefully that helps. If you had anything specific for the alerts, robots, just let me know. It could be here, or if you need to DM me. or tag me in the Discord. Doesn't really matter. Whatever's easier for you. Gee, that's great. Thanks, man. That's gonna be huge. Trying to get this BTC ETH trades if they hit, and they always do when I'm falling asleep. So if you want me to go through that as well, how I set up, or how to make sure that your alerts work on your computer. Okay, God damn it, Tyler. Are you here to ask me if I want to play video games, Tyler? Okay, yeah, I can go over the so how I set it up before I go to bed. Tyler, I'll hit you. I'll probably finish up here in a little bit, and I'll hit you up after. Should be good though. I do have to finish something up I'm working on the side. Just watching. Okay, cool. So let me show you how to set up alerts via let's say how I would do every night. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I'm just gonna delete my log. Remove all. I'll go back and send them again. So the first thing you're gonna do is go to your sound settings. All right, and make sure that whatever your speakers are hooked up to, what is it? Input. Make sure you select the right one. And the way you can test that is, let's say it's speakers. Let's say it's this one. You can adjust the volume, and usually it'll give you some sort of ding. And if you're able to hear it through the speakers, you're good. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, robots. Oh, thanks, Tyler. I appreciate it, buddy. So once you do that, make sure you go to the Tradingview webpage. All right. And I'm not sure if you're on a laptop or on a desktop. I'm on a desktop in my room, so I pretty much just leave it on all night. Does this work in Mac? It should. It should. I don't see why it wouldn't. It's gonna be the same process. I mean, if you have a Mac, that speakers are integrated, so you should be fine. Just make sure your volume's at a level that you're okay with, you know, getting woken up to, or something that's not gonna be too quiet. Once you go from there, all right. Once you know your volume's good and all that, make sure you set an alert wherever you want to set it, whether it's based on a line or it's based off of a certain value that you have in mind. So let's say you want to short, this level here, at 29 or 2880. All right, you're gonna go through the same process with like I went over for the push notifications one. But once you get to the edit alert screen, make sure that the play sound selection is on. Okay, and it doesn't really matter the amount or the time that you have it set to. You know, if you're a heavy sleeper, maybe set it to 10 seconds, 30 seconds. For me, my speakers are loud enough, and 5 seconds is a lot when you're in the middle of sleeping. So that I just set it to 5 seconds, and you can pick whatever one you want. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm not going to set it off because it's going to be loud. So make sure that's on, save it, and whatever you do, keep your computer on. Don't put it will not work if it's in sleep mode. I tried this before. So if you have a laptop, unfortunately you're gonna have to keep it on all night. And make sure that the browser is up on Tradingview. Like you won't be able to, it won't work if you minimize it. It has to be up at all times. So as long as it's up and you have your alerts and your sound set up properly, the alert should go off. You should be able to hear it once it does go off. Let's see. Let me get desktop soon. And Rob, you don't have to go crazy with a desktop unless you want to. Unless you want like a gaming setup. You don't need anything crazy. Let's see. I'm a mega heavy sleeper. If that's the case, robots, don't be afraid to set multiple alerts, and don't be afraid to, you know, turn up the volume or increase the duration of the alert itself, because you can go all the way up to a minute. You know, if you need to go for a minute straight, if that works for you, it allows you to play with the different options you have available. So, like I said, if you have any trouble with it, let me know, and I'll be glad to help you. Let's see, when you're done with the current topic, if you wouldn't mind, could you go over the take on the movements of people? I'm in a short with it right now. Where are you short from, Tyler? If you're short from here, I'm gonna say I'm very proud of you. Or even from here, it's a little bit messy, but it's still, it's a tinier setup. I went in at 0.07615. Wait, 7615? Did you go off of any structure particularly, or did you go off of this breakout? But regardless, goddamn, you have nothing to worry about. My opinion, you have nothing to worry about. Wow, you actually, that's amazing, dude. That's amazing. Good on you. I'm proud. I'm proud. I taught you well. Even though it's on ABC setup, that's a damn good position. Or less. Oh, wait. Oh my god, it is off at ABC. That's my man. That's beautiful. That is my guy. Tyler, kudos to you. What an absolute monster of a trade. What an wow. I'm pissed. I'm pissed because I did not get into this. Beautiful setup, buddy. Wow. Don't worry about it. I mean, even regardless of what happens to the BTC, what's that price jump? I mean, I'll look into it structure wise. 79%. I got creamed with everything else. This is the only thing I got. What else did you try playing? But that's a monster of a position, dude. Good job. So let's see. Based off of so like in this kind of scenario, I'm just going to go over my train of thought. The first thing I think about are two things. One, what kind of coin is people? And to be honest, from what I've heard, it's a shit coin. So the fundamentals aren't there. I don't see this being a healthy project, so just right off of that alone, it doesn't look good. I mean, for you, it looks amazing, but I personally would... I don't know. If it does come down to form a setup like this and stays above, it's like, don't immediately take profit when if it comes down back below the 0.4235 level. But if it comes back up and sustains, then I would consider taking profit. Because honestly, besides this local low here at about 49.70, which has kind of been playing around, really the next level of support you would even consider is 0.04065. And so you got a lot of room. And if it goes past that, that's what I'm saying, because you never know, you know, if it comes back here and wicks back up, you know, I don't think it's an immediate cost to get out, but you were in such a good position that I don't know. Let's see, should I just hang with it all the way through? I have my take profit at 0.03240. Oh, okay. 3240. I mean, it's like a part of me wants to tell you to hang on to it, but I know your situation. I know what's going on. How is this how big of a position is this for you? Is this something small? Like, is this gonna make up for previous losses, or is it like not that significant? Now let me ask you that before I give you an answer, because if you're in a good spot, and let's say you made up a lot of the losses, don't be afraid to take some off the table. But I would not fully let go of this position at all. Just my opinion, until you see a bigger setup, because just from the way I see things, it looks like BTC wants to come down more, just based off of probabilities. I could be completely wrong. If it hits below 0.03, oh god, I mean that's a long shot. I would say it's not financial advice or anything, but just me personally, I would say hold it until you see a structure that forms. All right, now I know there's this setup here, which, you know, it's acting as a if this and that statement, but okay, so let me paint this picture for you. You do have a possible ABC setup here. So what this is going to turn into is a bigger ABC. So really depends. I say wait for the bigger structure to form and then decide from there. Yes, robots. People is a shitter coin. That's why I don't want him to let go of that position. Took along on KNC recently. I'll take a look at that in a second. I am taking everything you say as financial advice. Was gonna hedge off the C point where you have right now. Now A. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking a hedge, but you got to realize too is that this is a shite coin. So going into longs, I don't feel that confident. I wouldn't feel that confident going into longs. That's why I think like something like this, you just focus on shorting as much as you can. I'll let you decide. If it were me personally, I'm just used to taking some off the table. That's just my opinion, because in a situation like this, you don't want to ever give up such a good you never ever want to ever get rid of such a good position. This is a good position. This is a great position in my opinion. But taking profits off the table never hurt. You know, you never taking profits early never hurt anyone. That's just my opinion. It's when you start to look for the absolute lows. Like if you think price is going to crash past 3 cents, it absolutely can. But when you have that mentality of you want to hold for the biggest amount of profit, more often than not, it's going to bite you in the ass. That's just my thing. Unfortunately, I've been in situations like that where I've been like your TA, your market analysis could be so on point, but sometimes you're wrong. And if you're afraid to take profits, if you don't want to let go of a winning position when it makes sense to, that's gonna hurt you more than losing. Well, both in combination it's gonna hurt you, but that's gonna hurt you a lot. So, me personally, not financial advice. Even though you may think it's financial advice, it's not. Take some off the table. Don't be afraid to take some off the table. Take a quarter, take half, whatever you're comfortable with. You know, let me give you a scenario that I'm going through. You know, I took a BTC short off of here, and I tell you, you're in the Discord, so I'm not sure if you saw that or not. But I took the short, but then I also took some off the table, took some profit off of my longs off the table, just because I wasn't too confident with the idea of this going straight down. But I had to acknowledge that as a possibility. Wait, this is a possibility. I'm saying I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. So that's just me. It saved me more often than it hurts me. So hopefully that gives you good insight. But robots, thank you so much for stopping by. Let me take a look at KNC. I know some people had some good trades off of that. I'm not sure if you're still in here because I know you said you were going to leave soon. I think you said you were going to leave soon, right? Yeah, about to sleep. Alright, so I took a look at that. It depends where you got in, robots. I mean, hey, if you're in a good position, really depends on where you want to take profit. I think Josh brought this up at some point, but this coin's kind of messy in my opinion. I don't like the way how it kind of just squeezes its way up. I do not like that. So, because especially if you're trying to leverage trade it, not good in my opinion. So, it really all depends on where your position's at or where you're longing from. But hopefully you're doing good on that. Let's see. All right. So, anything else? You guys have any questions for me? Anything you want me to look at? In case you guys are just tuning in, a couple things. One, I am short off of this level at 42,180. Only took a half position, unfortunately. I was only looking to kind of play this as a hedge, kind of, or just a small position in general, just in case. The structure was there, but I wasn't comfortable with how it was forming. But regardless of how I feel and what I do are two separate things. So if the plan calls for it, if I might feel a certain way, I'm still taking the plan, or I'm still taking my plan regardless. And that's very important when it comes to trading, guys. Is separating your emotional feelings and how you might feel about certain structures or what you see in price action. It might not be the prettiest, it might not be what you like, but the information is neutral. It doesn't care what you think. It's going to happen regardless. So my plan called for, okay, the structure is there. I'm going to take position. And at the same time, I saw prices getting down to this lower low as a possibility. So as prices did decide to come back down below this A here, I did make the decision to take some profits off the table just in case. And right now it's working well for me, so we're doing good. So let's see. Yeah, man. Oh, okay, you're still here. In at 412, I think. Let me just go back to that. Okay. Okay. I mean, I kind of see where you were coming from a little bit. Hey, I mean, that's a decent spot. But something like this, I would just look to probably scalp. Nope. So I'd be targeting some sort of local high around here, just me personally. See it. Not yeah, I got a bit ugly, but white knuckled it. Not crypto, but what do you think of the potential dip to buy for Netflix stock? Don't know if you pay attention to the stock market or not. I do. That is a good. I know I did hear about this. Oh, that's a big gap. When it comes to stock market, I primarily stick to buys. So like, Tyler, there's information in the Discord, or there's videos in case you don't. I mean, it's pretty much local lows. So like, what I will do is I'll go out on like a bigger time frame, and I'll just highlight local lows based off trends. So for me, it looks something like this. I'm just kind of spitballing it here. And once the trend breaks, you pick the lowest point of that trend, which for me is here. And then same thing, you got a pullback, and then you had another. This was just a moonshot, but I'm considering this a local low as well. So me personally, I would not look to look based off a chart perspective. I wouldn't be looking to buy anything Netflix until you get to, you know, 228, which, you know, we did touch, so, you know, it would be a decent time. But me personally, there's nothing significant until about the $80 level. You know, I could go to like a 2 hour and try to nitpick this trend, but don't personally like to do that, especially when it comes to perspective. You know, that 225 area is a very significant low in my opinion, or 231. So I'd be looking to pick some up there if you were. But obviously there's different aspects of volatility when it comes to the stock market, which is typically why I stay away from it. There's more things that can wreck you. News, reports. You know, the CEO can say something mean on Twitter and company lose value. You know, I think with Netflix, didn't they release like a show or a movie about a guy getting pregnant or something like that? It's just the agenda that they're pushing. I'm not going to go into politics or anything, but you can tell that people aren't happy with what they're putting out, and that directly affects, you know, the price of the stock. So there's a lot of different aspects of volatility, which the reason why I stay away from seriously, like, try to at least play with leverage, because I know you can play with leverage, but it's a different type of leverage. But yeah, I mean, long story short, 230, if it gets back above 230, around that area, that's what I would consider. Let's see. Had Netflix calls, and they are dust now. Well, not coming back in my opinion. Nah, yeah, that was just a scalp. I'm moving my stop half. Letting you ride. Okay. Yeah. I mean, hey, if you like KNC, man, go for it. I would just be careful leverage trading it. That's just my opinion. Yeah, kind of hope Netflix is permanently screwed. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not gonna. We can talk about it off camera, because I know we go back and forth a little bit, which is fun. It's fun talk. But yeah, I don't like the direction Netflix is taking their business, and it's just not looking good. Unless Elon comes along and buys it, like he's about to buy Twitter. I'm just kidding. He's not going to do that. But you would need something like that to seriously get Netflix to rebound. Netflix is not looking so good. So either look for another streaming service that has potential, or see if they make any changes with the direction they're going to take. That's just my opinion, though. All right. Wow, we've been going for almost an hour. I was only planning on being here for like 30 minutes. But hey, it was good conversation. Thank you guys so much for participating. I am going to wrap things up here shortly in a couple minutes. So if you guys have any last minute questions for me, anything you want me to look at, I'll be glad to do so. But I would say in the next 5-10 minutes, that's when I'm going to decide to call it a night for me. Netflix hits $80. We'll never get Stranger Things seasons for you. Yeah, that's true. We'll never get Squid Game season 2. That is the price I'm willing to pay. Yeah. That's funny. So, you know, just last quick wrap up, and then I'll start closing things out here, because just in case you guys are just tuning in or you're watching the recap, I've gone over it before, but if the 38,530 level doesn't hold on BTC, I am not looking for anything else to long off of until we get back below the 33,213 region. Or unless some sort of structure forms in between on a bigger scale, I'm not looking to touch it. So right now, just based on where things are, shorts are the more likely outcome, or the more likely favor. Prices do seem like it's going to go lower, just based off of what I see here. Until that changes, you know, unless you get a good significant bounce off of the 38,530 level, once you get back below to form that bigger structure, for me, it's just, it looks like the probabilities to the downside. So just overall direction, that's what I'm looking for. These are the key levels that we're looking to short. Not short, long. But if 33 holds, or if 33 doesn't hold, we're going down to 29k. Just my opinion. There's not a lot of room in between, so I don't see a reason why she wouldn't go down there. At least test. I don't know if she's gonna break lower. My personal opinion, and what I always didn't like from the get-go, was this structure here. As soon as I was hoping for something like this, if that would have happened, that would have changed things. It would have changed things for me dramatically on my idea. But since it didn't happen, my thought process is that this is a bigger ABC, and I think we're going to see either sideways price action for a while, or we're going to see some heartbreak going on to where price is going to get back back below 29k. Off topic, but this music is grooving. I appreciate that. You know me, Tyler. This is not my cup of tea. Usually the music I listen to is a lot more aggressive, but you know, we got to cater to everyone here. Maybe one day. So just keep an eye on those levels. Besides that, that's gonna be it. Those are my closing thoughts, my last thoughts. So yes, there's a website that I signed up for that allows you to play their music without getting copyright strikes or any warnings like that. So it's not Spotify. It's particularly aimed towards people who are like streamers or people who make content online to use for background music. So, all right, so I'm gonna start wrapping up. Well, I am gonna wrap things up here because I've been saying that for the last 10 minutes. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. If you haven't liked the video, I appreciate if you would comment if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe if you haven't, if you're looking for more content like this. You know, I say this almost every stream, but you know, I plan on getting on here twice a week to give you guys some sort of update. I'm going to try to get maybe some more pre-recorded stuff, you know, not just direct analysis related things to help you get better at trading just in general. So if you guys are looking for that type of content, I appreciate if you subscribe if you haven't. Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, if not Thursday, Friday, that's gonna be my days I'm aiming for. It really depends on what I got going on in life. But until next time, thank you guys so much. Oh, and I'm gonna give myself a little quick plug here. If you guys are interested in working with me further, getting more real-time updates with me, getting access to tutorial videos anywhere from, you know, how to get better spot buys. You know, I talk about DCing, which is the method I use. Or if you're interested in getting into leverage trading, we go over the basics. And I even go over the ABC method, where I go over how the process of how I go through it, you know, what it consists of and how to use it properly. There's more stuff I want to put out there. It's just little things that might help, but this is going to be the main focus of the strategy itself. So if you guys are interested in that, links in the description to get into the Discord. Unfortunately, it is a paid group. You know, it's time that I want to focus into helping you guys. So if you guys are interested, links in the description. If not, I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you again for stopping by. I love each and every one of you. I'm very proud of helping you guys out. Especially, shout out to you, Tyler. That people position really blew me away. So I'm really proud of you for that. Give yourself a good pat on the back for that. Well, I'm sure I'll talk to you once I get settled down here. But thank you guys so much. Have a good weekend. Until I see you Monday, Tuesday. Be good, be safe, enjoy, be smart, make good trades. Have a good night.